Welcome to part 2 of Arch Linux, guys, and we are on the desktop environment as we were before, and we're still inside of a VM, but this time we're using VMware Workstation 16, which is very nice, by the way, and we're going to be setting this thing up into our best of our ability. I'm going to show you how to make it usable for my workflow, but I'm also going to show you multiple workflows, such as having a panel, basically a Windows-like panel, and I'm going to show you how to have a dock and how to de-ugly this and make it user-friendly, because doing that is probably the most important thing when it comes to a desktop environment. And I'm sorry about this little pop-up. It is so annoying. The guys at VMware, if you ever see this video for some weird odd reason, please, for the love of God, just add Arch Linux to the list, because it is a very one of the most widely used distros out there. It currently beats fucking Ubuntu in current user stats. So first things first, we're going to add this to our favorites, and we're also going to go and add terminals to our favorites. So right click and add favorites. And we're also going to add tweak tools to our favorites. I know this is a lot, but there's a reason. And we're going to go and we're going to add and remove to our favorites. So if you haven't done that, please do so, because that way you have all the tools that you want here. We're going to remove anything that we're not going to use, and we're also going to reorganize this, okay? So there. This actually makes me happy. All right. So where do we begin? Well, it's simple. We have to start inside of Chromium, or Firefox if you're one of those people that like bloated browsers. Use Firefox. On Linux, Chromium is very light on RAM usage, so don't even get me started with that. We're going to go to Gnome extensions, and hopefully it's not down, because the last time it was down. And we're going to open up a few things that are very widely used, and I'm actually going to keep all tabs present real quick. We're going to want this, and we're going to want this. So let's do this. First, we're going to install the browser extension. It's very important. You're going to need this for both Chrome and Firefox. And you don't have to turn on anything sync-wise. Once that's done, we're going to go and restart all of these pages so that on and off button appears, okay? We're going to start with user themes. So as you can see, Gnome by default is as ugly as it comes. And we're going to want to install the ability for custom user themes. This has been updated to the newest version, so you don't have to worry. And this can be closed. Next, we're going to go over to open weather. A lot of people in the world like to see their weather, and I applaud them for that. I mean, you could go here. That is getting annoying. You could click here and add your weather here, but I'd rather have an actual application for that, so that when we click here, we're good to go. What is this warning? Why do they have a warning there? That actually worries me a bit. Hopefully it's not anything too serious. And setting up the weather is actually pretty easy. You just click this add button, type where you are, select your current location, hit save, remove the top one, hit yes, go to units, change this to what you usually use. I think we're km, I believe, kilometers per hour, I don't know. And I think we're PSI. Well, yeah, let's see. Why does this one have a warning too? I don't understand why there's so many warnings. Right, we have a heat warning coming. Yes, it's strange. So this is dash to dock. So this is pretty much makes this able to be edited and moved around and used much easier. It's able to make it so much easier to customize. So we're going to install that, and as you can see, it just pops up on the side there. And if we move this, we have a dock. We're also going to be installing dash to panel, which is going to move that down there. All right, so far we're good to go besides the buggy window presentation. And we're going to go over to Gnome themes. We're going to click Gnome extensions, and we're going to search for more stuff. Now, I am the type of guy that really hates drop-down arrows. And I know that might sound weird, but you need to understand that the drop-down arrows make things look really ugly when you don't have this going on. By the way, I like that my clock is over there. So we're going to want that. And we're actually going to remove the applications that we already have. And I really dislike the fact that that is in my way. It needs to go away and stop bugging me. So, remove drop-down arrows is important for me. It might not be for you. And if you notice, sound has a lot to be desired. So most of the time, I always use sound input and output device chooser, because it's going to totally it's going to change everything up. Okay. And the next one, I believe, is this one's for you, people who don't like their screen turning off for any reason, and there's not enough power adjustment options. This one will add that ability for you, and that makes me so mad that that's still there. Next, what we need to do is make things a little prettier. So this one's called Transparent Gnome Panel. Right, it's going to add a little bit of transparency. All right. And the next one is called Frippity Clock, believe it or not. So Frippity Move Clock, and this is it. We're done. So we're going to turn this on, and that will kill the drop-down arrows. As you can see, they're now gone. And this is going to radically overhaul the sound options, as I said. So look at that. Much better, and you're able to choose what you want. That's very important. Having a choice is important. The reason I like Gnome is because it is so endlessly customizable because of this little website. Now this, as I said, is caffeine. So it's going to basically add a little thing here. When the caffeine is on, auto suspend and screensaver are disabled. So it's very useful. Transparent Gnome panel, you ready? It doesn't do anything because we don't have an actual panel. But we are able to go here and change the preferences of what we want for this too. So override this, and yeah, that's how you get it that way. But mostly for the normal Gnome panel, you will need this little thing here. I use this one because it's the most simplistic one. And as I said, this is Frippity Move Clock, so this is only for when you have a panel up top and a dock down bottom. But for now, this is honestly it for us. Now, we're going to be editing things inside the tweak tool. I'm going to alert you of a bug right now. So if we go here and we change this to left placement, you can see that a bug occurs, right? This side right here disappears, and it's very annoying. So there are a lot of people out there who are a fan of having it over on this side, but you're going to have to deal with the buggy tool the entire time and constantly readjusting it. But I am going to leave it on the left side just for now because I do like this. And as I said, this is where we're going to be adjusting some things. So I'm going to turn off dash to panel because I don't really like it that much. It seems a little too windowy for me. I'm trying to escape windows. Simple as that. We're going to put this at the bottom. And what we're going to do is we're going to put this size down just a bit. It's usually right there. 40 seems good. Launchers. So you see the trash can? You see the disk? Now you don't. And we can also show application icon gone. What this is just basically, well, it's Launchpad. Same thing as Mac OS. And we're not going to need that. So I'm going to get rid of it. I don't like using it. Your behavior, I suggest you look over these options. I usually just do that, shrink the dash. Then I go to fixed and I just bring this down as much as possible so it just blends in. Now, if you're not in the mood for rounded corners, straight corners are cool too. And if you're in the mood to have technically a panel, boom, like a boss. It's just that simple. Now, we have one more extension to get. Now, this is very important, as originally you would just go right here and grab this. But as you can see, development has stopped on this, okay? Yes, it works with the newest version, but development has stopped, so it won't be getting updates. But don't worry, we have someone who's taking over development, and his name is Andrew. So thank you, Andrew Zeke, for doing this. It means a lot. A lot of us in the community love Arc Menu with all of our heart and souls for a reason, because it's freaking fantastic. And as you can see, Arc Menu adds the ability to have a start menu. It's a very good one too, and it's very customizable, and there's lots of options. We are actually going to click this and check it out. So You know, you could put this on dash to panel if you want. And what you would do after that is just not click that. That's really annoying. You would go and turn off dash to dock and turn on dash to panel. And what do you got? Boom. But this is a problem. Your show applications button. So not visible. And there you go. You got a awesome alternative to a start menu for you people that love your nice comfy little Windows bar. And we're going to make this nice and small so it makes the desktop operating system look actually modern. I find that if you have a thick taskbar, it just looks horrible because you're basically wasting a lot of screen real estate. So, you know, try different things. Now, if you don't like this start menu, you can actually go to the Arc menu settings again. You can go to menu sorry, I got to figure it out again because they keep changing it. Menu layout, and you can choose a lot of things. So there's a modern layout, there's plasma style, Windows 10 style, and it changes everything, right? That's ugly as hell, though. I wouldn't trust that. You got Redmond style too. So basically, Windows 7 and 10 style menu. But my favorite actually comes down to the alternatives, and it's the Raven style, and there's a reason. Check this out if it works. It's not going to work. Are you serious? It's not going to work? Oh, no. The Raven style menu is honestly the best for a lot of reasons. Simple as that. I don't really... It's just not working, I guess, with this. So let's actually go and turn this off. And then click. Yeah, there you go. Raven style. It's got everything you need on the side. It's got lots of room. You can pin your favorite apps, do whatever you need to do. And it also looks great. You notice we didn't touch the terminal once yet. Isn't that awesome? And we're not going to have to touch the terminal. All right, so now that I'm actually done that, we're going to close all of these windows because honestly, there's just too many open. And in fact, we need to do one more thing because we got to go turn our dock back on. I forgot that I needed that. And extensions and dash to dock back on. Okay, so this is your choice. I'm going to show you how to do things two ways. One, with the terminal, okay, as soon as it clicks open. And two, you can either use add and remove. So you can have a completely terminal-free life, or you can have the terminal. This is called Pamac, so P-A-M-A-C. Very important, very useful, has everything you'll ever want. And the best part is you can go into preferences and you can enable the AUR. You can also use it to check for updates and check for development package updates. Okay? And this has Yay. So Yay is pretty much the same thing as this, but it just searches the AUR. There's a third alternative, and we're going to have to close this one down because we're replacing it with something else. So Yay, watch this. Yay, Pamac, all right? And it's going to bring up a whole bunch of alternatives, all right? But the one we want the most is number 9. It's called Pamac All. And it's amazing. You're going to love it, I promise. But before we do that, I'm going to have to show you something very important. When you're compiling things, it's going to take a lot of time if you don't set the amount of cores that you want. So we're going to do sudo gedit /etc. That's Etsy if you want to be strange. I like just saying etc because saying Etsy freaks me out. It's just who I am. Make pkg, okay, dot conf, so cnf. And we're going to scroll down until we find this flag right here. Now, removing this number sign makes this usable. Now, I've got 12 threads, all right, but this machine is currently only using 6. So you always want to enter one number lower than what you're actually using system-wide so that your system can become usable while you're doing this. So 5 threads for me. So pretty much, as I just said, if you have 12 threads, put in 11. If you have 16 threads, okay, put in 15. If you have 24 threads, put in 23 threads. This will save you from having your system freeze up on you, crash on you, whatever. I'm just trying to save you some pain, okay? So back to this. And we're just going to go with defaults here. It's always best to go with defaults. You don't want to mess around with certain things. That's fine. I know you want to stay away from that terminal life. But trust me, going and getting this is going to save you a ton of time. There are some applications on the AUR that are broken and they're a nuisance. And after this, we're actually going to handle themes. So this is going to be fun. Yay. So we're actually going to let this compile and we're going to handle themes. Simple as that. We cannot go into here. Actually, we can't. We actually have to wait till this is done. So I'll be right back then when this is done. All right. So it's done building. I had built super quick, thank God. You want to hit yes for this. So just type in Y and hit enter again. It's going to install Pamac all, and we're finally to exit out of this and never get to touch the terminal again. So I'm going to show you what's different between Pamac all and just Pamac. And the difference is you have these right here. So you can enable snap pack support, and you can enable flat pack support with check updates. We also will enable the AUR. That way we'll have the ability to grab every single package on Earth that are imaginable. And we're going to enable 10 parallel downloads. That means you'll get the fastest ability ever for downloading, and it's awesome. You can also enable automatic download updates. Totally up to you. So this is your best friend. This is everything. As you can see, Snap and FlatHub both have a Discord. I find this one to be the most stable. It offers you everything. Minecraft, you name it. This is going to be your world. All right. There's Steam. Do not use the Steam version of FlatHub. You'll be installing a different version of that. But I just wanted to show you a couple things. Okay. So now we're going to deal with themes. Okay. And I'm the type of guy that loves themes a lot. We're going to be grabbing what's called the Whitestar GTK theme. And this will enable us to be able to change the look of our theme. So that's going to be great because this stock thing, while it is kind of impressive, looks really dated, and I really don't like the background. And they haven't really had any new backgrounds in a while. They keep changing the main one, but they never really add any other ones. Anyway, the White Sir theme is done. So open up your tweak tool. And of course, we go to appearance. You're going to go here, and I'm going to select dark. But for this purpose, we're actually going to select light because I don't want to get caught up in anything too bad where you guys can't see what's going on. As you can see, we got a broken corner over here. That only fixes when you drag it over. So the Whitestar theme sort of just makes everything fit, I guess, if you will, and rounds up the corners and makes it blend in and look all nice. The dark theme, we're actually going to go over the dark now, does the same thing except in dark mode. It's pretty nice. Now, icons are one thing that consistently bother the hell out of me. So we're going to go with Numix Circle. I find it the most professional looking theme. And we're going to go with Numix Circle Arc. And the reason being is because of the blue folders. It just goes so well with every distro and every look. And every icon is the exact same size. They're all round. So if you have OCD and icons being different shapes and everything bothers you, this is your cure-all, okay? Now, because you have add and remove, I don't need to teach you how to install applications, okay? You just go search for what you want and you install it. FlatHub is more stable over Snap, and sometimes you don't want a FlatHub or Snap package. You'll want the one that comes with Arch, meaning Steam. So that's sudo pacman-S Steam. Or you can go in there and search Steam and just make sure it's coming from Pacman or, the Arch repositories, okay? So Numix is done, and here's a little rule of thumb. It will never automatically appear in here. You will have to go out. You'll have to open it back up. Once again, you're going to have to fix it because of that little bug, which is starting to bother me now. And we're just going to fix that permanently. go to icons and switch it to Numix Arc. You see how clean that gets? I do wish it was a little bit brighter look and they use more vibrant colors, but I don't know. I've not seen any actual development on this in a long time. So that's pretty much it. There you go. You have part 2, and this is handling Gnome. This is setting it up to be something useful, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. It was fun making it. I had to completely reinstall my VM of Arch, which only took about 12 minutes, which was fine. You could choose whatever background you want, do whatever you want, but you have a nice clean desktop environment that is easy to work with and runs great and barely uses any memory at all. I hope you do have a great day. If you're new here and you like the video, hit that like button, subscribe, and hit the bell to be notified of any future content that I will be coming out with.